All right, good morning. It's around 11 o'clock on a Saturday, November 7th. The weather is amazing. I'm standing in the garage, the little 6-car garage. You can see the weather's great outside. It's warm. Oh, the breeze is coming out of the southwest. It's gentle, it's sunny. A lot of people have difficulty in understanding how beautiful the Midwest can be. And in some ways, that's a good thing. Keep them stupid, keep them ignorant. Having lived everywhere, East Coast, West Coast, South, and North, overall, except for 3 months in the winter, my favorite location is the Midwest. I like the people, the cost of living, etc. But I digress. We're here just to do an update on the house. We're just taking a quick view, what's going on. We're walking from the garage into the mudroom. Mudroom is moving right along. Still a few pieces missing. We need the exhaust for the dryer. We'll get that done. We're walking into the third bedroom, study, junk room, fun room, where you get to do stuff like projects, play with computers, do whatever you want. This is going to be an area where hopefully there'll be a desk so you can sit here and look outside. You know, what is remarkable is you notice all the supplies are sitting around. As we walk through this, nothing's locked up. There's no chains, there's no security. That is one of the qualities of living in this part of Wisconsin, is you don't have to worry about stuff being stolen. Yeah, every stuff does get stolen, but it is one of those locations in the country where you can leave your stuff out and it'll be there 3 days later. All right, TV set, computer room, probably bunk beds along this wall. Walking out of the room, notice this is a 36-inch wide door. That's so if some of my guests have a wheelchair, they can actually get through this door comfortably. Because 36 inches rocks if you're in a wheelchair. Laundry room area, sink, storage, closet. So when you come in and shut the door, you hang up your coat. This area is where you get to sit and put on your slippers. You walk in here, once again, 36-inch door. How much more work does it take to add 4 inches to a door? If you're the kind of person who's in a wheelchair and you're trying to get it through a 32-inch door, which is ADA approved, it can be unnecessarily difficult. You come in, sink, toilet, shower, tub, 6 feet long. We've got the lights are up here now. The air intake for the HRV so that any humidity generator from the shower goes right into the intake. Oh, and there's the glorious sun streaming through. Imagine it isn't 68 degrees. It's 35 degrees. That sun's gonna look exactly the same. And the beauty of it is it's light. It's illuminating. It just makes you feel better. Sunlight just makes you feel better, along with warmth. TV set's gonna be there. As I mentioned earlier in one of the other videos, I've already got the initial assessment for the window treatments here. Initial evaluation. It's gonna be cool. Outlets are being placed. Front door, outlets. You have to have some outlets along the outside wall. It's a code requirement. As mentioned before, when you have an opening, you have to have an outlet within 6 feet. Then every 12 feet, there has to be an outlet. This has a lot of outlets here because there's going to be an entertainment center, speakers, TV. I really don't see the value for having these outlets. It's a code requirement, so that's why you see them 12 feet across, because nobody's going to be running an extension cord this way. The couch will be here. That little black circle is going to be the power, so cords will be coming this way as opposed to running across an area where people are trying to walk. Oh, look at all that equipment just sitting out there. Ladders, sawhorses, you name it, it's just sitting out there. It's looking good. Obviously, the holes have been cutting in the side of the house. I hate having holes cut in, but this will be foamed. It is Zip-R sealed, which is this cool stuff, Zip Flash on the outside of the house. And kitchen, this is the peninsula. It's like 15 feet long. It's one big peninsula. As explained earlier, there is an outlet for natural gas down there. The griller will sit here at the peninsula, talking to the people in the kitchen, being able to rotate 180 degrees, watch the TV, see what's going on, kitchen table. Look back here, and at the same time, have eyes on the barbecue. I'm not a griller. I might have to develop it, but the nice thing is if you want to keep the mess and the noise and the smell outside, which obviously you do with the grill, it's right there. And the nice thing, the griller can participate here, but also have direct access to the grill. So they always flare up. That's the nature of grills. Then they immediately go through the door and boom, they're at the grill. Now, will I ever do it? Hopefully people will come over. I'll say, who wants to be the griller? They'll say, oh, I'll be the griller. And I'll say, well, this is your grill spot. You have all the equipment in the cabinets that you need. You can sit here, unobstructed access. There also will be a speaker outside, a Sonos Move speaker, which would be kind of cool. It's portable. And what's interesting about the Sonos system is there'll be one over there, and each Sonos system speaker can actually be on a different audio source. So the TV can be playing on one, the speaker outside can be on a different audio source. They're all Sonos, and they can all work together. You can have them all playing the same thing if you want, or each one can play something different. But once again, this is the usual, just checking how things are going, making a record of what's going on. It's easy enough to videotape it, and it gives people a chance to look around. Once again, the pocket door, 36 inches wide. The door is always going to be open. I mean, you might, in a blue moon, shut this door. Let's say you have somebody over. They want to have this door shut because there's people out here. They can then use their bathroom by themselves, go to the laundry room, into a guest room. That's the plan. Nice hallway, direct line of sight, no obstructions, no corners. There'll be a big pantry right there, about 2 feet deep, about 8 feet high. There's going to be LED lights up along top of the pantry cabinets so that it gives indirect light. There'll also be a molding the same height which goes all along here, which will have LED lights in it. And once again, give this indirect reflected light. There'll be the same LED on a different circuit coming along the top of the cabinets here, which will give indirect light, reflected light. And then the same light, same LED strip, is going to go all the way around here, inside a molding, and give a nice reflected light off the ceiling. And it's controllable, so if you want it dimmer, brighter, there'll be different Kelvin ratings, because obviously a living room TV, you want darker, a more yellow light, lower Kelvin. Dining room, brighter light. And a kitchen, a lot of bright light, because people work in kitchens. It'll look kind of cool. At least I hope it does. I'm pretty sure it will. I've had enough people review what I'm doing to know that everybody seems to think it's a great idea. Sink for the master bath. This blocking material is for future grab bars. The funny thing about breaking a hip or having knee surgery is that you never get to predict it. And by having all the blocking here ahead of time, should there ever be a need for a grab bar, you don't have to remodel the whole freaking area. It's already there. And since we have a record of it, somebody can say, oh, let's put a grab bar along here. Let's say I have a guest who's 90 years old and they don't want to be in the shower without some place to hold on. Well, the blocking's already done. It's cool. And it doesn't cost any more to have the blocking in. the shower here, and this will be glass here, this opening. This will be tile down here. You'll come around, there'll be the toilet. And once again, you see this blocking all along here? That's for people, I don't know why that's there, but it is. That blocking is there for grab bars. This is extra. Not sure why they put it in, but it doesn't matter. It makes things much stronger. You can see how this goes up all the way to the ceiling. And one of the ideas is we can put, with this blocking, we could actually put a shower curtain right across there if we want to. It's already to go. I doubt that we'll need it. This space is 6 feet deep. It'll be hard for water to come from the shower head and actually make it 6 feet. But since there is no edge to the shower, it's one continuous surface, it's a possibility. But we pre-planned for a shower curtain, should we need one. Once again, the air intake for the steam and the water vapor is located near the source of it. That's a theme in this house. Don't put your exhaust fans way the heck over here. Put it where the moisture is. Makes sense. This will have a window treatment that allows the light to come through but blocks the view. Even though the chances of anybody ever looking in are 0 to none, it's sort of nice to have this ability to have some privacy in a bathroom. People like that. Still have the light streaming in, streams in through the glass that's in the walk-in shower. It's fun to shower in the sun. I've done that down in Florida. You can't do that here because you can't have water on an outside wall, but man, it's nice. Once again, pocket door, 36 inches wide. You know, let's say you had a total knee surgery, total hip done. I'm not saying I'm gonna have that. And you're rehabilitating, you don't have to fight the door. You don't have to fight the shower. You don't have to fight the toilet. The house accommodates you. You don't adapt to the house. That's the whole idea. And it won't be, excuse me for coughing, it won't be obvious to the average person that, oh, look, this is made for somebody who's sick. No, it'll look like, huh, that's a really big ass door. But it's 4 inches wider than most doors. You come in, master bedroom, closet, TV. We've been through this before. Once again, 36-inch door. 36-inch door. Now, this is a narrower door, admittedly, but it's a closet. It's a tornado room. Kind of dark in there. Ooh, I'm scared. But the point is that this is not going to be a heavily trafficked area. This is where you go when there's a tornado or you need security. Once again, the second bedroom. It's not a big bedroom. This is not a show-off, look how big my bedroom is kind of house. This is, I sleep in this room. I get over colds in this room. I recover from whatever in this room. It's quiet. It's got a TV. It's got its own mini split. So if you want it hotter or colder than whatever the baseline is, you can do it. Once again, walk-in closet with a pocket door. You can see a theme here, pocket doors. Why would you want a door that opens or closes so that you're constantly fighting it? But you may want to close it for whatever reason. Once again, code requirement for an outlet. What are you going to do with an outlet next to this door? You know, I appreciate the code is designed to help people, but when you see an outlet placed within 6 feet of a door, you're never going to have a lamp there. Nothing's ever going to be there, ever. It's just an outlet. It's a code requirement. We have all this. Now, this is going to be an outlet to help power the second Wi-Fi connection. We're going to have a Wi-Fi in the third bedroom in the IT closet. Then we're going to have a mesh network with a second Wi-Fi here so that you get good coverage of the house. You get Wi-Fi over there, you come all the way back here, and you get good Wi-Fi for these bedrooms. And that's the idea. It's just easier to put it in, install the Wi-Fi mesh, and life is good, as opposed to, oh, one Wi-Fi source is going to work great, and then you discover you have a dead spot in the master bedroom, or you have a dead spot in the guest bedroom. Then you've got to rip this stuff out, run the wire. Not going to happen. We've seen the mechanical room before. There's the box. Ooh, there's a plug. That's cool. And this is going to be where the water heater is and the furnace is for the inline heat. And we're going to have the HRV in here, heat recovery ventilator. Little bump out here, back side of the shower tub unit. Place to store stuff. That's why I call it a closet. Walk around here, look up at the ceiling. Continue to just document what's been done, how it's being done, why it's being done. Pantry is going to be here. It's an 8-foot tall pantry with about a 12-inch space all along the top. That's where the LED strips will be, so that you get that reflected light. Yeah, looks good. Well, let's take a quick peek at the garage. Nothing really has happened in the garage. But boy, is it a big space. And what always impresses me is as a job site, it's pretty darn clean. Obviously, there's some junk. Nobody's sweeping it or vacuuming it. But it's a nice, clean job site. The vinyl is being stored out here. This is the shingles, the Perfection shingles called Cedar Impressions by Certainty. And there's the siding. Oh, they've got some 2.5-inch zip R sheathing on top of it, which, just to remind everybody, the whole house is covered with 2.5 inches of external insulation. It's called zip R. The stuff rocks. This is the window into the third bedroom or the study. Front door. There's going to be a smart door lock here. Once again, we have all the can lights coming along here. And then you see these blue boxes, blue box. Along every pole, you'll see a blue box. Well, that's actually the power for anything that's on the front porch, whether it be a snowman or an inflatable turkey, or you want to put LED lights out there. The power comes from this blue box, loops around here and goes up and provides the power for whatever you want, either on the ground or up in the soffits. It avoids a couple of things. One, you don't have to puncture the wall, which helps create a problem with air leak and cold. And also, you don't have a cord running across here to power some sort of Christmas decoration or Thanksgiving decoration, because all this does is make it hard for people to clear the snow in the winter. People will trip on it potentially as they're walking from the front door down the porch and going to their cars. It just doesn't make sense. Has multiple benefits. Now, of course, I'll get to live with this decision and see if I'm an idiot or not. But nobody has really objected to it yet. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, I wish I could put on film how nice it is. We've already discussed these little dark brown boxes which go around all of the punctures in the vinyl. The vinyl, we had to make a decision. Originally, we were going to put this color vinyl, just a belt right along here, but it turned out that we couldn't get it lined up exactly where I wanted. So rather than have a piece of brown vinyl coming along here and looking kind of funky, I just went with a command on-site decision, no brown vinyl. It still looks good. It's not an enormous wall. It's still big, but it's not the kind of thing where you go, oh my God, that's like 80 feet tall. And it has got all this darker brown soffits, fascia. So it has enough contrast. As previously mentioned, there will be a patio here, just a simple concrete patio. I'm not putting in one of those fancy wood ones because one, it requires a step, and I just want one continuous surface coming out to the patio, which will probably be 20 feet wide, 15 feet deep. It'll provide a nice surface for people to come out and sit, especially on a day like today. Let's say you say, oh, I want to sit outside, maybe get an umbrella or a hat and just sit out here and relax and listen to the sounds of the area. It's a very nice community. I mean, it's a gorgeous area to live. and the breeze is coming. Oh, just starting to get relaxed. I may drop the camera for a second, so please forgive me. Once again, all these little brown square surrounds, which help highlight each penetration. As explained before, it helps the guy who's doing the siding come up and hit a right angle. You don't want to have a circle, makes things harder, makes it ugly. The siding looks good. Oh my gosh, my first genuine bird poop. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, some bird has already pooped on the siding. I guess that's like initiating. It's like having a champagne bottle hit the bow of a ship. The house has been launched. Yeah, back wall, they're getting ready. We did make a decision. Raphael and I decided we do have this same color siding here in vinyl. We're gonna run a strip all along here. I think it's a D4. It's two 4-inch pieces that'll be total of 8 inches. And it seemed like the right thing to do because whether you can appreciate it or not, that's one big wall. I mean, it's easily 20 some feet up there. And realize the antenna is going to be sitting up there. All the transmission towers in Milwaukee are to the northeast, about 10-12 miles away. And line of sight is how the best TV signal comes. Although a lot of people don't use TV anymore. I think it's a shame, but that is prepared for a TV antenna, plus a couple of Cat 6 cables. One to transmit Wi-Fi via an antenna, shouldn't there be any Wi-Fi needed out there. And second, for a power over Ethernet camera, so it can observe this space if need be. So it's ready to go. Notice how Raphael has left the soffits and the fascia undone so we can actually hook up the antenna before he finishes it. We're gonna have, like I said, a band of brown here that will break up the Perfection shingles from the vinyl siding. It's still gonna be this same color here, but since it's such an enormous space, it was nice to interrupt it. It sort of plays off the theme on the front of the house where you have the overhang on the front porch. So once again, we're just walking around, documenting what's been done. Always nice to have a record of the construction. So if there are questions in the future, we're not wondering if something was done, what did it look like, what was the thought process. And it's so easy to do a quick little video and do it every couple of days. People miss a lot. Electrical, automatic transfer switch. I've forgotten what that is, but that's been pre-done for some electrical item. I've forgotten what it is. Gas, so that there is a gas powered generator here. We've already got the gas plumbed. And then we can, oh, that is the place where you plug in the transfer switch. So if you have to hook up the generator, it hooks up to there. We're looking at the porch. Now, as we were saying in the back, how we had that brown strip to interrupt the broad space of all that light gray siding. I think it looks pretty good here. You've got the overhang on the porch, and realize that these dimensions here are exactly the same in the back of the house. But in the back of the house, there's nothing to interrupt this large space. So that's why Raphael and Jorge and I have decided just to put a brown strip all along the back of the house, so that there's a definition between these shingles here and the vinyl. I think it's gonna look good. I hope it looks good. And if it doesn't, ultimately, who cares? It's the back of the house. Nobody goes back there. And if you are back there, you're doing something else, like messing with the cars or just having a good time. Yeah, because there's only 18 acres out here, which makes it pretty unique to have 10 miles away from downtown Milwaukee. And we'll zoom in. You can see that the property line goes all the way out to those trees, comes back down here. Oh God, what a glorious day. God, I hope you can feel the warmth and the sun through this phone. Now next week, Monday, Tuesday, it's supposed to rain like crazy, but that's typical for the classic for the Midwest. There's the pond out there, but it'll be nice. Of course, all this will get muddy and terrible, and people will find things to do inside. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. I hope Mr. Rogers is listening up in heaven, because life is good. So that's just an update. Man, it's 25 minutes long. It's just easier to document than it is to not document and then wish I had. So every couple of days, I throw up a video. For those of you who are interested, hope you enjoy watching them. If you do have questions, shoot me a question. Most of you know me. You can email me. That's all good. And that's it, guys. Love you all to death. Hope you're nice and warm and pleasant today, because I know I am. Tomorrow, I'm going to help some neighbors clean leaves off their roof, because my neighbor has a bad back. He's surrounded by trees, and it's just easier to get it done now when it's dry and pleasant. And across the street, my neighbor's finishing a attached garage. It's freaking glorious. So love y'all. Bye-bye.